All right. Hey, everybody. This is Tameless Podcast. I'm here with two special guests, two of my staff members. I'm excited. We're going to talk about some interesting things, but let me leave the floor up. Sarah, you give a little introduce to yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah. I'm originally actually from Newfoundland. I moved here about 5.5 years ago to be into dental hygiene school, and that's where I met Joey, aka Dr. Mersal. So we started working. I actually started working while I was in school. I was being a floater, helping out a little bit more around the office until I did do
Wait. So you
my.
started working when you were in school?
Yeah.
Okay.
So while I was in dental hygiene school, I wanted to know what the field would be like before I just showed up as my first day as a dental hygienist. So I was like, let me go try to get a job at a dental office. I can kind of see the flow of things, how it actually works in the real world, because school and real world are two completely different things. So I started working at Mersal Dental, which is downtown Dalhousie in Ottawa.
Shout out to Mersal
Shout out to
Dental.
Mersal Dental. So I started working there with the previous owner, and then about 6 months later, Dr. Mersal bought over the practice, and I've been there ever since. It's been crazy to see how it started till now.
There you
It's
go.
great.
There you go. And Shahad?
Okay, so my name is Shahad. I've been born and raised here for most of my life. I was living in Iraq for about 10 years out of that portion, though. Backtrack to 2022 is when I started working with Dr. Joey. I started as looking for a part-time position, and it kind of just ventured into something that really stuck permanently. I didn't know I was going to like the dental field until I was introduced to the dental field by Dr. Yusuf. So I think, it wasn't really foreseen as me sticking to the dental field, but it's been a good 4 years now, and I'm enjoying it, and hopefully going to keep going with it.
That's the plan.
There you go.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about some interesting things, but I want to know your feedback. Why did you guys decide to go into dentistry, Sarah?
For me, I was very young when I made this decision. I was still in high school. I was 17 years old. So I knew I wanted to go into the healthcare field. Obviously, first thing came to my mind was to be a nurse. And then once I kind of looked into it, one of my friends was actually like, hey, I'm starting dental hygiene school. Like, you should look into it. So I looked into it. Funny enough, I had a dentist appointment coming up. So I asked my hygienist about it. And she was like, yeah, you should go for it. They're like very low in hygiene right now, especially COVID times. And I took the plane and here I am.
There you go. What about you, Shahad?
I think I'm similar to Sarah in the sense that I always wanted something in the healthcare field, but I never really knew what it was because I hadn't really dabbled with anything yet. I did study English. I finished my English arts major back in Iraq, and then I came here, kind of dabbled with some more freelance jobs and positions. So that's when I started looking for more of a part-time position to kind of do as a 9 to 5. And I think being introduced to the dental field, it opened my eyes to how much there is to learn and how complex it could be, even though it is, a lot of people say it's not real doctors. But I think at the end of the day,
Here's a fake doctor.
I think at the end of the day, there's always something new that I'm learning, which is what I really like. And it's not the same thing on repeat, even though we do the same procedures almost every single day. There's always something new thrown in your face. There's always some sort of difficulty, some sort of learning curve. So that's what I really liked about it. And that's why I kind of just stuck to it. And yeah.
Yeah, interesting. So, by the way, guys, I have two celebrities in the room right now, and we're going to talk about that. That's an interesting part.
We'll leave that for
Of
them.
11 million views, but we're gonna let that sink in. So today we're just briefly about the points we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about a little bit about why you joined dentistry. We mentioned that. We're gonna talk about your viral TikToks. We're gonna talk about that. We have Blanca, the logo over here. We're going to talk about that and how it was shaped up. And we're going to talk about some marketing techniques and how we dealt with marketing. We got a marketing specialist in the room today. And the challenges and advice for the young generation. So all of this is going to be mentioned in the podcast. And like we talked about. So I'm going to dive in. when I first took over the office, I felt there was a lot of changes in staff and all that, and the interesting part of starting a new business, and the special thing that Sarah was in an age where you were in what, first year hygiene?
I was almost done.
Oh, okay.
I was in my last
Yeah,
semester
you
of
were
hygiene.
almost, yeah, you were almost done. It's crazy. When you were working, you were almost done with hygiene.
Yeah.
Okay. You're almost done. And she was helping me as a dental assistant at the time, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So she kind of got exposure to being a dental assistant and then going through her last part of hygiene exam and then doing that. You kind of saw dentistry from the inside out. Like,
Yeah.
and I think, what were you doing before assisting me?
At the office?
Yeah.
I was a stary girl, floater girl.
Okay.
So I would basically
So doing nothing.
pretty much.
Okay.
Hey,
There
but
you
listen, I got the comments for the best folding of gowns, so
Okay.
I'm gonna roll with that.
So you were a professional
Gown roller.
There you go. That's good. That's good. Yeah. And one of the other things I want to talk to Shahad about is when you said you were interested in going into a lot of categories in the medical field. A lot of people always have that fear of applying for a job in a dental field. What would you say? Why is that a problem? Even though there's crazy shortage.
I think it's very intimidating. I think a lot of people also feel that they don't have, I don't know, maybe the right skill set or um, the ability to fulfill such big shoes. But I think at the end of the day, if you put your head down and you really focus on what's in front of you and you try to figure it out slowly but surely, I don't think it's difficult to accomplish. I do think there are obviously people that are set to do different jobs in the world in general,
Mm-hmm.
but with healthcare, and you have to have some sort of compassion for your patients. You have to have some sort of ability to obviously understand that there will be times where you're going to be tested, even if you are supposed to know everything.
Yeah.
I think you guys both
True.
see that more
Totally
than I
agree.
do, but you have sometimes situations where you're like, okay, am I able to do this? Am I able to fulfill? So I think that's a little bit intimidating for a lot of people. And when I applied to dental, it was for a reception position because I thought I would sit behind a desk and just do a few tasks and get it over with and go home. But I hated sitting at a desk one weekend. I think I told you this.
Yeah, true.
I told you I need to be on my feet. I need to do something rather than just sit at a desk. So for me personally, I wanted to be up and running around the office. But other people might enjoy sitting at a desk. Not me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel like you have that personality of always wanting to do better and kind of learn through the process of what you're doing, which I saw during the interview because it was a hard pick. But I felt like, yeah, and that ambition is crazy because the more the person wants to escalate in life, the more he wants to put his head down and kind of work on how can he face these challenges. Yeah. Anyway, so I got a little excited there for that topic, you know. So jumping back into the elephant in the room,
Oh,
we need to talk about that 11 million TikTok.
right.
You know? So you guys made it big. Now, tell me about the journey. Let's start from the beginning because
All
it
right.
got to a point where you guys are getting recognitions. There's bias.
Yeah.
There's amazing working deals that we're not even going to talk about. Like, I give it up to you guys. It's a good exposure.
I think let's backtrack to how it actually started.
Let's go to the beginning. So it was this time last year, actually.
Beginning.
Yeah.
Like the very beginning. Okay. So it was this time last year, like at the start of Ramadan. Me and Shahad have gotten kind of past like just being coworkers at this point. Like we've definitely gained a great bond. Like we like the same things. So we start hanging outside of work a little bit before this, and then Shahad's always filming me. I'm being me at work. I'm doing my thing.
Yeah,
So
and we're going to talk about the TikToks and the office and all that fun stuff.
So one day I was like sat there and I was like, Shahad, like you really do this for 30 days. Backtrack. I'm from Newfoundland. It's very small. There's not much diversity going on. So I'm like wanting to know more. So Shahad kind of goes into depth and explains it to me a little bit, and I was like, do you know what? Like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this with you.
So
Wait.
obviously we're working, and
Yes.
some of our days are 12-hour shifts. So hence I'll be there from the very beginning of the day all the way until iftar.
Mhm.
And when I do break my fast, Sarah was there to witness it. My other coworkers obviously were there to witness it. But I think it also started as like a little bit of a challenge. She's like, I
Yes.
think this is not something that I can't do, and I want to give it a try.
True.
So
That's
That's a big part.
that's a big part of
That
my.
was a big part, the challenge part.
yeah.
You see, guys, we're going to go back to the point of you got to always face your challenges and
It's
overcome
so,
them.
It's so true.
Yeah.
You never
Yeah.
know unless you try.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So, yeah, so we were just like, it was just day one. It was actually a 12-hour shift. We were just going throughout the day. Shad was just filming little clips because it was the first time I ever did this.
Well, I educated Sarah in the sense of what to do, how to start this
Exactly.
phase,
Yeah.
what to eat before she actually holds her fast. So she took this on like headstrong. I told her no water, no eating, no
Following
medicine, no
all the
nothing.
rules.
You put all the rules.
Yeah.
I put
You
all
gave
the
her
And I
the
rules
was like,
down.
blueprint.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
all right,
Of
let's go. We
Ramadan.
got this. I
All
can
right.
master Ramadan.
All right.
So when I started filming the clips, it was just genuine little snippets, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna make a funny little video. Maybe we'll put it in our group chat, or maybe I'll just like have it for us to look back on, something like
Just
that.
for the memories.
So it was just
Exactly.
planned to have like a good time.
But
Oh,
we
yeah.
didn't even plan to
Nothing
film that
crazy.
day. Like Shad was just started filming me because like obviously it's like I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, I'm being funny. Like so she's like, I'm gonna just film
Yeah.
it. She always films me.
It was
Yeah,
almost
true.
it was almost like Instagram or Snapchat stories working. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't serious. And then I think I don't even really dabble with TikTok for my personal account personally.
Mhm.
But at the time I was like, let me just throw these clips together and see what like little edit I can make on TikTok. It might be easier to edit on TikTok. So I edited it on TikTok, put my timestamps in because it was very genuinely filmed throughout the day. There was no like clips that were basically taken for this content. It was just little snippets. And then I posted it. It was like 5:30 in the morning. It was I was
Oh my
It was
God.
for suhoor.
I was up for suhoor and I edited it and I just posted it on TikTok. I was like, okay, maybe a few of my friends will see this, have a little laugh. And I have my notifications off, so I didn't see anything until lunchtime came around. I obviously was fasting, so I was like, okay, let me open TikTok, see what's going on. And I open it and it was at like 300K views.
Oh my God.
I was like, no, I wasn't even in the office.
Yeah, Sarah wasn't in the office and I texted her and I was like, you have to come back to the office right now. And she wasn't sure what's going on. I think you were having a bad day and you're like, I'm not in the mood.
the after Ramadan.
This is
So she comes back and I even filmed her genuine reaction to me telling her your video your video of you fasting just got 300K. She's like, what video are you talking about? You
I was
posted
like,
a video?
did you post something on Mersal or Wateridge TikTok? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about? She's
Yeah.
like, no, my personal. I'm like, what did you post on your personal?
And then it just kept climbing after that. And I think we were just midday through that shift. It was like noonish. And by the time we finished our shift, our video had already hit 1 million views.
Yeah.
So
Crazy.
within the
Like-
span of like
what,
12
hours?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's rewind a little bit. So tell me a little bit about your fasting experience. How was that to actually fast that first day?
So
What was the biggest challenge?
it's just like, I feel like when you know you're not supposed to have something, it makes it worse. And also, we're working 12 hours. We're like running around. We don't sit down at work. We got patients coming left, right, and center. And I'm just like, I'm so thirsty.
Yeah.
And I don't eat breakfast, so I couldn't eat much in the morning. And it was like, but at the end of the day, like it gave you a sense of like, okay, I did that. Like I accomplished that. Like you feel
Accomplishment, yeah.
like it's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
That's
even
impressive.
I think even at the end of the day, when she did break her fast, before this was even like a thing on TikTok, I think Sarah was like, this is pretty easy. Once you break your fast, I don't feel the sense of need to like run and eat a bunch of
Yeah.
food. I can like break my fast very slowly and I don't feel pressured or like in the need or urgency to have
Go
more
for
food.
Yeah.
She's like, I feel perfectly fine. I was like, yeah, that's the thing. You don't realize how much control you have over your body and over your like the things that basically tempt you until you try
Try
to kind
it.
of withhold from them.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a special experience. And how long did it take for it to reach 11 million views?
So we hit like 10 million
Last year.
last year, and then we obviously Ramadan Kareem, everybody. We were filmed again this year. We're like, let's just like, it was fun. It was a really fun month for Shahad and I, and our bond got way closer in that month too.
Yeah.
So we were like, let's just do it again. Like, it was so much fun. And then the video is now, I think, like 11.1
Yeah.
million or something like that. And we gained
A lot of
like,
followers.
Like
30, 40
35.
more thousand followers.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, it's.
you know why? You know why this all happened?
Why?
Because it was genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep saying
Because
that.
once again, we're working. Like, there's nothing pretty about working in dentistry. And we're just
Yeah.
like filming random things. Like, hair's a mess,
Yeah.
face is a mess, but it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
That's us.
And we're gonna get to the point where we're gonna talk about the TikTok influence on the dental office and how important marketing is. That's gonna be one of the topics we're gonna talk about soon. But I wanna jump into our next topic, which is basically Blanca. So we're gonna talk a little bit about Blanca too, the background of it. It's that logo over there. So if you can give us a little rundown of how did Blanca start?
All right. So, Blanca is our oral care whitening company. Basically, what was it now? Almost 2 years ago?
Yeah,
About 2 years ago, we were starting to pick up the like Mersal dental a lot more, and we're like, we want to offer like in-office whitening. And then the first thing, especially in our area, it's very common to use. Can I show them out?
Yeah, different companies.
Different company.
Let's call them competitors.
Let's call them competitors.
Mhm.
So we started. It was good. We were getting good results. A lot of patients were just complaining about sensitivity. We figured that it was something that was common. It's like, it is kind of what it is. We give our patients little tips and tricks to help to avoid it and get rid of it. But then we got to a point where we were like, we're charging this amount. People are coming in. They want this special service. It's not something you do every day, right? And then they're leaving. They're uncomfortable. The sensitivity. They're not like, they probably wouldn't come back a second time.
Yeah, true.
Right. So we started looking into it. We started doing our research, and then we were like, we kind of looked at each other. We were like, we need to start a whitening company.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the other things is that the frustration that was in the market for how whitening companies are pricing their products.
Yeah.
We realized that, it's a hydrogen peroxide in a certain way with a perfect mix with, adding the nitrate to take care of the sensitivity.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're like, okay, so why can't something like this be in a syringe and just make it easy for us?
Yeah.
We just noticed that, the competitors out there were not delivering that same type of quality of whitening we want, plus take care of the sensitivity. So that's when we were like, okay, you know what? Why don't we do that perfect syringe? I remember it started by just basically getting the perfect syringe, giving it a try,
Yeah.
and using it, getting it regulated, and then basically using that and seeing the results that we were getting back.
And it was great because we were getting even better results than what we were seeing with our old brand of whitening that we were using. And no one was complaining about sensitivity.
Yeah.
And they're like, when can I book back for the next one? Like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it was good there.
Yeah. So that kind of escalated.
Yeah. Then we kind of went into, we did the whitening strips.
Yeah. I think the whitening strips were after that.
And then we did the whitening kits with the pens. And then we let that sit for a while. We were just like making sure everything was the way that we wanted it to be. And then we were like, let's do oral care.
True.
Flossers.
Yeah, we decided to add oral care. That was water flosser toothbrushes, manual toothbrushes.
Floss, ultrasonics.
Floss that smell like lavender. I like our
Oh
floss.
my God.
What do you think of our floss?
What do you think of
Shahad?
the floss set?
Oh, it smells like an essence bottle. I'll tell you
Exactly.
that.
Yeah, it smells good.
You're making
It
sure
makes
you get the best minty flavor.
It makes you want to floss.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that kind of, in a nutshell, how Blanca was started and how we're planning on growing it. We got great news. Do you want to share it for Blanca?
Yeah, so we will actually be having a booth in the ASM 26 in Toronto, May 7th to 9th.
Yeah, so come
See you
meet
there.
the
Yeah.
team.
We're going to be giving away a product to everybody that comes and says hi.
She's giving away all the surprises now.
Gotta
So we're
keep
gonna
it
have
intriguing.
that. We're gonna have that. So I don't know how did that idea come up with the spinning wheel?
Megan,
She was like at a spinning wheel.
or was it you?
I think we were talking about
At
a fun way
lunch.
to. I think we were talking about a fun way to basically give away products, but also make it more kind of
Like not just like here, take a product.
yeah, kind of like more interactive.
Yeah.
So we thought of that idea because we had seen like a few years back
They
we
had the
been
wheels.
to a convention where they had the wheel, and that was
Mhm.
fun for us to participate in.
Because we were just
We
like
were
running
standing in
around.
line
We're
and
like,
we
what
were
can we get
ready.
for free?
Yeah. So I
True.
think a lot of people like the little interaction rather than just walking around and grabbing a product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
And it's
yeah.
nice to engage with people too, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're spinning the wheel, then you kind of get to know everybody.
Yeah. So ASM 2016.
Book.
2016. Oh my
Oh
god.
my God.
2026. Booth. What's our booth number?
2102.
Come say hi. Come spin the wheel and win some prizes with Blanca.
Yeah.
And talking about the whole wheel situation opens another topic we have to talk about is marketing. That's something that's needed for all dental offices. When I first got involved in an office in North Bay that I was planning on purchasing, my biggest concern was how am I going to do with marketing? That's all you hear from other dental offices,
Yeah.
right? It's like how expensive marketing is. You're going to have to pay $5,000 to $6,000, $7,000 to get a result, or how can I make sure that my TikToks are out there? And then you have, everybody looking like a stick, and the TikTok looks so,
Very rigid.
very
Yeah.
rigid. And you're looking at it as like, even if I want to get my teeth healed, I don't think I want to go there, which gives it a flavor. So we're going to talk about that. So what's your thoughts of dental marketing? I'm going to start with Sarah because I know Shahad's going to have a lot to talk about this. What's your thoughts? What's the biggest game changer you think in marketing that we did or that you saw in an office or?
Okay. So I think now one of the biggest things are like exposure, and also like Gen Zs are kind of taking over social media right now, and it's like no one goes to like on the Wikipedia and searches up something, or they're like they want to see like is there any TikToks, is there any videos, how's the Instagram looking for that office, that spa, wherever you want to go.
100%.
So I feel like when we decided to make the move, like start making TikToks, it definitely
Boosted.
it boosted a lot. And then when we got to the point of our Google ads weren't working because it wasn't in our hands, and then Shahad took over, I think that's kind of what went skyrocket for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
So Shahad, I want you to give a brief about your experience with marketing. Right now you're killing the whole marketing for both of our office. All from all aspects. I want you to tell me about your journey because I know you're interested in marketing even before you knew you were actually marketing the office. So let's start us on. Give us a little background on what got you.
I think it started kind of with the sense of like we can do so much more in office and like in house, kind of similar to how you wanted to venture into your own oral products. Doing things in office and in house gives you the ability to kind of manipulate things to your liking at the same time as knowing what the field needs, knowing what basically the scope of the practice is in need of. So I think when you approached me with the idea, I wasn't opposed to it because it kind of taps into the social media aspect and filming and posting things online, which I've always had like a good sense of passion for. Obviously, I didn't do it personally, like as like my own platform. So I think that was a nice opportunity for me to experience and enjoy it as well as bring something to the office. But then taking over the Google ads, that was a whole other ball game that I wasn't really familiar with to start. And I think,
How challenging do you think? Because I know you always had an eye for filming TikToks, this kind of stuff, but changing into, okay, let me look into the Google ads and SEO in general. How was that transition?
I think I like the fact that it's also very how do I say this? You can kind of take it wherever you go. It's needed anywhere in the world. It's needed whether you're at home, whether you're in an office, whether you're running a small or big business. So I liked the idea of having that flexibility because it is something I can do at home. It is something that if I was to be on a vacation, I could be doing it. So I really like the idea of learning more about it. And once I figured out that it's not that difficult in the sense that you kind of have to know the right sweet points and the sticky spots
The
that,
rhythm.
yeah. Um, I picked it up and I didn't really realize how much of an impact it would make on our patients and on our like office in general until the first month in we got like what 50 or 60 new patients.
Yeah.
And
67 to a new
yeah, and
patient.
I was who's counting?
And it was a game changer from
Yeah.
how I was approaching my marketing before, because we were barely seeing 5 to 7 new patients per day.
I think that made me realize how easy it is to kind of take things into your own hands and just figure out what works for you. I think the problem with going to such big companies and people that basically have like so many businesses under their hand is they kind of just slap any sort of formula, whether you're a dental office, whether you're a small business, whether you're a store. I think they kind of just run with the same formula, whereas we know what people are looking for. We know they're looking for emergencies. We know they're looking for this kind of treatment. We know what they like. We know what they need. So I think I ran with that and added it to the formula, and that's what really skyrocketed for us. So yeah, I underestimated what I was able to do, but then when we saw the traffic, I think that was a real eye opener as to how easy it can be.
100%. Let's throw in a keyword for the listeners. Give them a good keyword that thinks skyrocketed. I'm sure a lot of dentists are going to write this down. Write it down, dentists.
I don't think there
paper.
is one specific
Specific?
keyword. I think
We're
it's
not going to
just
talk about secret
no,
sauce.
can't give no secret sauces.
Yeah. So give us a little briefing about the website. How can people reach you on the marketing? Because I know you're starting this little marketing thing,
Yeah.
targeting, dental offices of, your years of experience.
Well, I have a website now called Click Twice, and it's going to be pretty straightforward. There's not a lot of tricky stuff. It's really a matter of whether you want a website set up plus the marketing or you want to go straight into marketing. We can work with both, really. The flexibility that creating your own website from scratch gives you is that you can design it into a way where it's more appealing and draws your traffic in, because that's a very big part of marketing. You need the website to be appealing enough that people want to dive into, they want to look more. They don't want to go on the homepage and be too difficult to figure out and then they just tap right out.
True.
So they kind of come hand in hand, but there is an ability to do both. So they will both be an option
Makes
through the
sense.
website.
Makes sense. So you're not going to give the fans a keyword. All right. It's
Maybe
fine.
at the end.
Maybe next time. We're going to talk a little bit about the challenges now. So, I work 6 days a week. I work a lot. I'm a workaholic. I've been doing that for a long time. I come from, it became the normal to me, and I'm always busy. If I'm not working, I'm working. And then I don't expect everybody to deliver that work ethics that I have. I know it's draining. I've been working with a lot of people. I've been doing it for 15 years. I know when people are starting to become drained. And then, you guys were involved. I want you guys to give, the listeners a little bit about how you time management, because I know, Sarah, Blanca's a lot, between the orders, between the designs, between the social media marketing, between, all this kind of steps. And then you're working 6 days a week as a hygienist too. And so, Shahad, keeping up with the marketing, and you're working 6 days a week too, between gym life, private life. Give us how do you run all that? It's a lot of jiggling
So
and fasting Ramadan, bro.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, give us your thoughts.
So it's definitely not easy, that's for sure. I have so many people constantly being like, "What are you doing? You're so young. You need to live your life. this is the best years of your
True.
life. And honestly,
What, you're like 21, right?
right, I'm 23, guys. Okay.
Okay.
Unlike you, how old are you?
23.
Anyways, so I'm really taking advantage of being solo, living on my own, taking this time as I'm still very young to just like get my life started, grind as much as I can. And I do have that personality where I'm like, I'm not going to stop until I get where I am.
So there's a goal.
So there's a goal. Like I see the tunnel, I'm going, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I'm just like, and another biggest part is like, I really enjoy what I do.
Okay.
Like I'm not waking up every day hating going
Dragging
to work.
yourself.
Like it's fun.
So
like,
you're saying Mersal Dental is a fun place to work at?
you should come book a cleaning with me. But no, like our team is great. We have a really great team. We all get along, so it's fun. We always joke around. We make our TikToks. We hang out outside of work, so it does make a good place. But back to the
time
question,
management.
time management.
You wake up at 7.
We
You
wake
go to work. Give me a
you
day.
might wake
like
up
a
at 7.
breakdown.
We wake up at 6.
Okay.
So basically, it's just you get up in the morning. We leave. Our week we end 2 days at 8 p.m. and the other days we end at 5. So 5 o'clock, it's like got the gym clothes in the car. We're going to gyms. We're going to the Pilates. We're getting that out of the way. We go home. We got food out. It's ready. We're gonna cook it. We're gonna eat it. We're gonna sit down at night and kind of go over anything that needs to get done, whether it's ordering, whether it's posting something on social media, whether it's looking at the schedule, finishing up all that sort of thing. And then, yeah,
which is a busy day.
But I like it. I like doing things.
100%.
Yeah.
Keeping busy, time management, no excuses, seeing the goal, accepting challenges. So what do you think, Shahad? What about yourself?
I think, time management has a very big part to play in the fact that we can put up with 6 days a week. I know.
And you guys do Pilates how many days?
Well, 2 to 3
2 to
times a
3
week.
And go to the gym how many days?
Like 2 to 3.
If we're not working an 8-hour shift,
Yeah. That's what it's like. 2
That's
days
crazy,
we
man.
work till 8. We ain't going to the gym, but the
Yeah.
rest of the days we make it there.
Yeah, we got to give you a round of applause.
Good job, Shane.
Yeah, no, especially for your generation, right? It's you're just starting, you want to enjoy your money, but at the same time, you're dedicated. So I still want that rundown. So what about yourself?
I think other than time management, you need the drive.
Yeah.
You need the ability to want to do more. You have the energy to go out. Like you can go home and just slump in your bed all day if you finish a 9 to 5, which isn't wrong. It's just how much more do you want to accomplish throughout your day?
Yeah.
I already know I have.
It's fine.
Okay. I already know I have 1, 2, 3 things that I need to finish by the end of the week or by the end of the day. So I'm going to have to make them work somehow, whether it's going during my lunch hour to run an errand, or whether it's going straight after work to grab groceries, or whether it's kind of making it, hey, I'm going to go to the gym, and then near the gym, there's this spot that I have to go. It kind of just is a matter of
find
scheduling.
a place for
Time
it in your
management.
life. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And also not letting it kind of eat you alive. So I think with work, you can kind of let it get to you if it takes too much of your mind outside of work. But if you're able to kind of like tap out and know that this is your time, know that this is when you have the ability to do what you need to do, then it doesn't get the best of you.
True.
Which is why we can do probably the 6 days a week.
Yeah. Because, true. And the other thing is that no excuses. I think time management, when it's done right, is a big game changer in everything you do.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so I'm going to jump into something else. We're going to talk a little bit about the biggest challenges and advice that you guys are going to give out to, people in your generation. What I'm trying to say here is that, when you first get into the professional life, you feel like, I want to relax. What do you guys call it? The big girl job?
Oh, you have a big girl job now?
Yeah,
You're
I
getting
remember
adult
Anna when
money.
she was like,
I have a big girl job.
this is my first big girl job. And I was like, okay, what is that?
I
So you get into the big girl job. Now you kind of want to wind down. You want to relax. You want to be like, okay, this is good. W- What advice would you give to your young generation that is saying, because I know I hear it from both of you guys all the time, friends and family looking up to you guys on your work ethics, right?
Mhm.
On what you guys are doing and how you guys are accomplishing that. I want you guys to give an advice to the younger you. What would you tell them? Be like, this is what you need to do for you to.
feel like the biggest thing for anybody is whether you let the fear of something affect you or not. At the end of the day, anything new, anything that seems outside your bubble, it's going to seem very uncomfortable and it's not going to feel, you're going to feel anxious. You're going to feel all the feels. You're like, am I going to make the right decision? But I feel like trying to switch your mindset to just do it anyways. The worst thing that can happen is it doesn't work out. You messed up, but guess what? You tried. Like you won't know unless you try. And if you want something and you're determined to get it, you can do it.
Oh, 100%. What's your thoughts on that, Shahad?
The fear is a very big factor that plays into a lot of people, I think, at a young
Yeah.
age, where it's like, I'm too scared to take on this big task, or I don't think I can start a business, or I don't think I can venture out of what it is that's written for me, let's say. I think a lot of people go on with just kind of sticking to something that's comfortable. And I think it's a matter of having to step out of your comfort zone most of the time and do something that is not as comfortable as you'd like it to be, whether it's meeting new people, whether it's putting yourself out there, whether
Trying new
it's
things.
falling flat on your face and
Yeah.
basically making a fool of yourself until you get the right hang of it.
True.
Um,
Or
so I-
fasting Ramadan.
He's
Don't
gonna
forget
say
to
that a
look us
few
up.
times, guys.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I feel like a lot of listeners need to hear that because
Mhm.
people always look for like obstacles that they put in front of them, and it's a good enough reason for them to look for an excuse not to do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, it's because I'm not that smart, or if it's because
It's like self-doubt.
I don't have that personality to, that's always the excuse.
Mm-hmm.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot the last question. We're going to cut that part. Okay. Last question.
That's it.
What?
We're done.
No, future. Any future plans or any, what's it called? Any future plans and any shout out that you guys want to give? What's the future plans? What do you guys are hyped about?
I feel like right now I'm just really excited to kind of see where everything's gonna go. Cause it's like we got Blanca, we got the second office, we got, the marketing is now like probably the best that it's been. Like we're getting
Oh,
things going, we
100%.
got the company starting, like all of this stuff. So I feel like it's just like it's exciting. Like I look forward every day. I wake up, I'm like, okay, like what are we gonna find out today? Like where are we to?
True. What about you, Shahid?
I don't really have something specific. I think it's more so of like, I feel like I'm at a climb right now, and I like it, like continuing to grow. The growth is definitely something that kind of gives me the drive. I think we're also like similar in the sense that we like to do more and more and more. So
True.
I wouldn't call it hunger, more so the want or the drive to basically
Grow.
not stop at one specific spot. So I think for me it's just a matter of seeing where this climb is going to lead, because I know I don't want to stick to where I am right now, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
The growth is definitely something I want it to kind of play into the next few years. So I'm not opposed to anything, but I think having the want to do more, whether it's with the marketing, whether it's with the Blanca, whether it's with more offices, who knows, maybe
Yeah.
third, fourth office.
There you go. I really appreciate you guys coming out. Much appreciated. It was a good experience. What do you guys think about the setup? You guys didn't give any comments about the
It's
setup.
really nice.
Looks good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shout out
They
Muzi.
always
Shout out Muzi.
hesitate. Yeah, shout out to Muzi. They always hesitate my skills on my artwork because of waterage. Because you guys really helped me put that place together.
it
It
was
looks
all
gorgeous.
you.
No, I take 5% credit because I just provided the money. But the rest, much appreciated. It's a beautiful office. I get comments all the time. Water Ridge Dentist. You go
Come
follow
check
us
us
there.
out.
Yeah, for
We
sure.
work 6 days a week, so we'll see you somewhere.
You'll
Yeah.
find us somewhere.
And how can the listeners see that video?
Viral TikTok.
Yeah,
I
viral
mean, we
TikTok.
can give like our username.
Yeah, we've got our TikToks.
Yeah,
Me and
well,
Sarah both post.
There you
and
go. We'll make sure
We'll link them in the
share it.
description.
We'll share in the
Yeah.
descriptions. All right. Thank you so much for coming out. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.